Chosen ones, freeze for a second and feel the weight of this moment. Something holy just interrupted your day. You were not aimlessly scrolling. The Spirit of God reached through the screen and stopped you dead in your tracks. That blazing 888 on the thumbnail is what grabbed your eyes, lit up your spirit, and made you click faster than your mind could question it. And here's why it hit you so hard in Scripture and in the life of every believer who walks in kingdom authority. 888 is the number of resurrection, new beginnings, and the limitless nature of Christ himself, the one whose very name in Greek, gematria, equals 888, the ultimate victory over death, decay, and every limitation of the flesh. Your click was not curiosity, it was divine recognition. Deep called unto deep. And the part of you that's been crying out for supernatural upgrade answered the call before you even knew what you were answering. You are here because God is rewiring your body for what's coming, and He needed you to know it right now. So, before we go any deeper into this life-altering word, if the Holy Spirit just quickened your spirit and you know this is for you, drop 888 in the comments right now, along with your city or country. Let heaven record where the rewiring is taking place on the earth today. That simple act is your faith declaration. Lord, upgrade me now. Like this video to release the anointing further. Subscribe so you never miss what He's saying next to the chosen ones, and share it with someone who needs their body and destiny realigned today. We are a global army, rising together. Let's step fully into what God is activating in us right now. Chosen one. Everything about you is being recalibrated to carry the weight of the assignment that is now being released. The season of preparation has ended. The season of manifestation has begun. Heaven is not easing you into this. It is thrusting you forward. What God is doing will be seen, felt, and testified about by everyone who once knew the old version of you. Get ready. The transformation that starts in the secret place today will soon be shouted from the rooftops tomorrow. This is your moment. This is your now. Step all the way in. There is no turning back. Heaven itself has touched your frequency. God is returning your body, mind, and spirit back into alignment with the design written over you before you were even formed. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5 confirms, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart." That design carries youth not as the world defines it, but as heaven defines it. Worldly youth is fragile. Quick metabolism, smooth skin, passing beauty that fades. Heavenly youth is eternal. It is energy that carries no fear. Beauty that does not require striving, a joy that never collapses into exhaustion, and movement without pain. This is not nostalgia, not fantasy, not a desperate wish to go backward. This is a holy recalibration. You are not being reminded of who you once were. You are being rebuilt for what you are about to become. Anointed one, this is not poetic imagination. This is reality unfolding in your very being. As you hear these words, your body is shifting. You are exiting the timeline of decay and entering the frequency of restoration. Cells that once bowed to age are hearing new commands. Old cycles are breaking. Dormant instructions are awakening. The divine blueprint inside you, the one that was never meant to fade, is rising again. This is not denial. This is not a delusion. This is resurrection disguised as rejuvenation. You are being rewired for the calling waiting just ahead. If you have felt both weary and strangely alive, if your skin shines with a glow, you cannot explain if mornings feel lighter. It is not coincidence, it is calibration. God is not simply healing you. He is returning you. He is aligning your body and your days with assignments that require clarity, stamina, and holy presence. The tension you sense, the strange mix of weakness and awakening, is evidence that heaven has stepped in. The beauty of this season, chosen one, is that you are no longer forcing anything. You are not striving, pushing, or trying to make it happen in your own strength. Your only assignment right now is to believe simply, powerfully, and consistently believe. Faith is not some vague spiritual concept or a nice religious idea. Faith is a biological, energetic, and spiritual activator that rewires everything inside you. The moment you whisper in quiet confidence, "I feel better," your cells actually begin to listen and respond. The moment you declare with conviction, "This is real," your entire body accelerates the process of restoration and renewal. Faith is not fantasy. Faith is a tangible frequency that heaven recognizes and amplifies. That unmistakable sensation of becoming younger, lighter, and more alive is not an illusion or wishful thinking. It is living evidence that you are returning to the original blueprint of who you were always meant to be. Not the wounded child who got confused by circumstances, not the teenager crippled by rejection and insecurity, but the divine vessel that was sent to this earth carrying pure light, uncontainable joy, and a world-changing assignment. That glorious version of you is not locked in the past. It is breaking through right now with unstoppable momentum. For far too long, your body has been conditioned to follow the world's predictable script: gradual decline, increasing fatigue, inevitable breakdown. But now, chosen one, something supernatural has taken over. Your body is being retrained by heaven itself. It is no longer obeying the lies of entropy. It is responding to the truth of your faith and the power of your alignment with God's Word. That is precisely why the changes are accelerating at a pace you can feel every single day. This is not a denial of natural time. This is the holy transcendence of it. The Eternal One is not bound by calendars, clocks, or aging processes, and the part of you that He is awakening and restoring. Eternal principles. You were never designed to deteriorate, waste away, or diminish. You were meticulously designed to carry ever-increasing glory, and glory, true glory that comes from the presence of God, does not wrinkle, weaken, or fade. Chosen one, the transformation taking place deep within you is not random, accidental, or temporary. It is heaven's deliberate, precise, and unstoppable strategy for your life. God is not experimenting with you, testing theories, or hoping things work out. He is orchestrating every single detail, every shift, and every new sensation with flawless, divine accuracy and perfect timing. You are not being polished merely for appearance's sake. You are being completely rebuilt, upgraded, and fortified for the magnitude of the assignment that is now upon you. That is exactly why the changes you are experiencing are happening on every level: spirit, soul, and body simultaneously. Your reflection in the mirror literally glows with a different quality of light. Your steps feel lighter, almost as if gravity has loosened its grip. Your very presence now carries an unusual spiritual weight and authority that people sense before you even speak. This is not vanity, pride, or self-deception. This is undeniable victory breaking forth. When heaven begins to move in a person's life the way it is moving in yours right now, the evidence becomes impossible to hide or explain away. Your eyes shine with a radiance that defies natural explanation. Your posture exudes an authority you never had to rehearse or practice. Even your silence now releases influence and shifts atmospheres. People are going to notice it first, long before you point it out. They will lean in and whisper, "Something about you is different. Something has changed." What they are perceiving is not makeup, better lighting, or a new outfit. What they are sensing is perfect alignment with the Creator Himself. Your physical body is literally becoming a walking prophecy, a living testimony that the kingdom of God is here and active. Anointed One, the glow you now carry is not mere decoration. It is heaven's bold declaration being manifested through your very skin. God is speaking volumes through you without you needing to say a single word. Your gentleness is no longer mistaken for weakness. It is resilience that has been forged and refined in the fire of trials. The heavy burdens you carried for years in silence, burdens that weighed down your soul and your body, are dissolving faster than you ever thought possible. As that oppressive weight lifts permanently, your lungs expand with new capacity, your shoulders straighten under the lightness of joy, and your bones themselves are being infused with fresh strength. This is the divine exchange in full operation: heaviness traded for the weight of glory. Sorrow exchanged for unshakable strength, despair permanently replaced with overflowing joy. You are not walking backward, trying to recapture old seasons that are gone. You are rising triumphantly into brand new territory, that has been prepared for you since before time began. This is not nostalgia or sentimentality. This is fresh revelation exploding in your spirit. God is not dragging you backward to recover what the enemy stole. He is lifting you higher than you have ever been to reveal dimensions of Himself and of your calling that you have never walked in before. And when the Almighty God lifts someone, He never does it halfway or temporarily. Spirit, soul, and body ascend together in perfect unity. That is why your mornings now feel lighter than they have in years. That is why peace, deep, unshakable peace, has settled back into your heart like an old friend who never truly left. What you are feeling coursing through you is not temporary adrenaline or emotional hype. It is the steady, eternal rhythm of heaven syncing perfectly with your reborn spirit. You have stepped into alignment, chosen one, and there is no going back, only forward into the fullness of everything God picked you for. Chosen one, your body is remembering. Your arms recall worship. Your legs recall freedom. Your chest recalls expansion without fear. Your mind recalls dreaming without dread. None of this is forced. None of this is fabricated. It is grace. God Himself is doing what no system could accomplish. Your task is simple: believe. Faith is not abstract. Faith is activation. Each time you whisper, "I feel stronger," your body obeys. Every time you declare this is real, your cells accelerate renewal. Faith is not fantasy. Faith is frequency. That is why transformation feels accelerated. Your body is responding to belief as a command. Anointed One renewal is undeniable. The glow on your skin, the clarity in your thoughts, the steadiness in your voice. These are prophetic signals. They confirm that heaven's version of you is appearing. Not the broken you, not the insecure you, not the weary you, but the radiant, purposeful you designed from the beginning is rising. I know what it feels like to believe your body failed. I walked through fatigue so deep I thought my strength was gone forever. Yet I learned my body was not the enemy. It was responding to wrong teachers, fear, stress, doubt. When I surrendered, faith began to instruct it. Alignment became its rhythm. Renewal became its reality. Chosen one, that miracle is happening for you now. For too long, the world conditioned you to expect decline. It told you aging meant weakness, but heaven is rewriting the script. Your body is no longer repeating cultural expectations. It is learning destiny's language. Faith is teaching. Surrender is guiding. Alignment is shaping. That is why the change feels sudden. You are not simply recovering. You are transcending. This is not denial of time. This is rising above it. God is not bound by clocks, and neither is the part of you He is awakening. The world says aging steals everything. Heaven says glory never fades. You were not created for deterioration. You were created to carry eternal glory. Chosen one, that is why your energy is returning with precision, not randomly, not temporarily, but intelligently. It is no accident that you wake clearer, laugh freer, and move easier. Your nervous system is rewired to respond to peace. Your bones are rebuilding with holy resilience. Your memory is being renewed to not only remember the past, but to frame the future. Anointed One, understand this truth. This is not cosmetic rejuvenation. This is prophetic reconstruction. You are not being rebuilt for admiration. You are being rebuilt for mission. God is restoring youth because your assignment is unfinished. There are doors you must open. There are atmospheres only you can shift. There are people waiting for your fire. They are not waiting for the weary version of you. They are waiting for the awakened one who is rising now. That is why your skin glows differently. That is why your walk carries rhythm. That is why your eyes burn with light. Your body is not betraying you. It is preparing you. The version heaven authored long ago is no longer hidden. It is manifesting. The countdown is finished. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle walking into the room. Chosen one, you are the evidence the world never expected. You are the disruption to everything they believed about decline. And it is not because of striving. It is because heaven has chosen you to carry glory. Chosen one, step carefully into this revelation. You are not just changing, you are being prepared. Heaven is not giving you a temporary refresh. Heaven is establishing you for the journey ahead. Every shift in your body, every spark of energy, every surge of peace is heaven's announcement that you are entering a higher assignment. This is not small, this is not seasonal, this is eternal alignment. Anointed one, understand this. God is not restoring you for comfort. He is restoring you for calling. You are not being renewed so people can say you look younger. You are being renewed because your next chapter requires clarity, strength, and unwavering faith. There are divine appointments waiting that demand stamina. There are doors opening that require you to walk with authority. There are platforms where your very presence will shift the atmosphere. That is why God is rewiring your body right now. For years, you carried burdens that weighed you down. Stress, disappointment, betrayal, silence. All of these pressed against your body until even your bones felt heavy. Yet even in that heaviness, God was preserving you. Now, as He lifts the weight, you are discovering freedom you forgot was possible. Your shoulders are lighter. Your chest expands with new breath. Your very posture testifies the burden has broken and glory has entered. Chosen one, this transformation is not shallow. It is cellular. Your DNA is receiving new instructions. Old scripts of fatigue are being erased. Patterns of weakness are dissolving. Systems that once served decline are now serving destiny. Heaven is rewriting your inner codes so that your body no longer mirrors the world's expectations but heaven's promises. This is why you feel both new and familiar at the same time. Your body is awakening to the truth it always carried. Faith is the activator. Every declaration you release trains your body. When you speak life, your cells listen. When you proclaim healing, your bones respond. When you declare, I am rising, your spirit and flesh align. You are not imagining this. You are instructing this. Faith is heaven's technology, and you are using it. That is why changes are quickening. That is why energy flows where exhaustion once ruled. Anointed one, the glow that confuses others is not surface beauty. It is prophetic evidence. The light in your eyes is not cosmetics. It is clarity. The steadiness in your walk is not practice. It is purpose. The laughter in your voice is not performance. It is proof that joy has taken root again. You are not merely improving, you are becoming the message. Your existence is testifying that God still restores, still renews, still rebuilds. I know what it means to be overlooked, to feel forgotten, to carry pain silently. I have walked through seasons when my reflection looked weary, when my strength seemed stolen, when I questioned whether I could rise again. Yet God whispered, "You are not finished." Slowly, the heaviness lifted. Slowly, strength returned. Slowly, light came back to my eyes, and then suddenly, it all made sense. God was not just healing me. He was preparing me. Chosen one, what He did for me, He is doing for you now. Chosen one for far too long. The people closest to you have quietly written the ending of your story in their minds. They watched you stumble, watched you bleed, watched you wrestle through seasons that would have crushed anyone else, and they concluded without ever saying it out loud that decline was your permanent address. They saw the battles, the betrayals, the closed doors, the relentless warfare, and they assumed the grave was already dug. Some pitied you, some walked away, some whispered that your best days were behind you. But while earth was drafting your obituary, heaven was busy writing an entirely different narrative, one signed in the blood of Jesus and sealed with the resurrection power of the Holy Spirit. Right now, in this sacred moment, God is dramatically proving every single assumption wrong. He is not merely patching you up. He is raising you up as undeniable living proof that His word never fails and His chosen never expire. This renewal surging through your body, your mind, your spirit. It is not a private blessing tucked away for your personal comfort. It is a public demonstration, a prophetic declaration aimed straight at every onlooker who once counted you out. Every voice that declared you finished, every eye that looked away in disappointment, every season that tried to bury you alive. Your radiant glow is heaven's direct, unanswerable response to all of them. When they see the strength returning to your bones, the fire returning to your eyes, the youth returning to your step, they will be forced to confront a God who refuses to let his chosen ones stay in the grave. Your very existence is becoming a living confrontation to every lie the enemy ever spoke over you. You are not being renewed just to survive another day. You are being renewed to disrupt entire systems of thought, to shatter expectations, to challenge religious ceilings and cultural limitations. When people who once mourned you now watch you thriving in ways they never imagined possible, something shifts in the atmosphere. When they witness the kind of strength that only comes from resurrection, they will no longer be able to explain away the power of God. You chosen one are the prophecy made flesh, the walking billboard that declares death tried, but Jesus won. This is exactly why your youth is being restored right now, not for vanity, not for selfies, not for fleeting compliments, but for victory that echoes into eternity. Not so you can impress the shallow, but so you can complete the callings that still burn in your spirit. Not for human applause, but for divine assignment that will outlive you. The next chapter unfolding before you is heavier with glory, thicker with anointing, and wider in impact than anything you have ever carried before. The weight of coming destiny is simply too great for a worn-out, battle-fatigued vessel. Heaven needs you, strong, sharp, resilient, and radiant. That is why the renewal is happening at the cellular level, why you are waking up with energy you thought was gone forever, why your mind is clearer than it has been in years, why your body is responding with strength that defies medical reports and natural timelines. Heaven is not playing games, and heaven is not delaying. The urgency you feel coursing through you is not pressure to perform. It is the holy invitation to step fully into the accelerated season God has already prepared. Anointed one, lean in and listen closely. This urgency is not stress, it is divine alignment. God is not rushing you. He is synchronizing you. He is bringing every part of you, body, soul, spirit, into perfect rhythm with the Kairos moment you have now entered. Kairos, that God-ordained heaven-timed second, where eternity invades time and everything accelerates. You are being retimed, recalibrated, rewired to walk in perfect step with what the Spirit is doing across the earth. Every breath you take right now is evidence that the grave could not hold you. Every heartbeat is a prophetic drum declaring that your assignment is far from over. Every step you take forward is fulfilling ancient promises written over you before you drew your first breath. Do not doubt what you are feeling. The supernatural clarity flooding your thoughts is real. The surge of strength in your physical body is real. The deep, unshakable peace that has replaced anxiety is real. The joy that keeps bubbling up in the middle of chaos is real. You are not imagining this. You are not declining into irrelevance. You are ascending into the fullness of why you were born. Stand tall, chosen ones. Lift your head without apology. Walk with the quiet confidence of someone who has been pulled from the fire and now carries the flame. The world never expected you to make it this far, much less to rise stronger, younger, bolder than before. That is exactly why your miracle is so loud. That is exactly why your glow is so undeniable. You are the one they said would never recover, now becoming the one they cannot explain. You are the one they wrote off, now becoming the one heaven is writing history through. You are the miracle the world never saw coming, the living proof that when God says, it is not over, every grave must open, every chain must break, and every chosen one must rise to finish what they were sent here to do. So carry this renewal without shrinking back. Wear your strength without apology. Let your peace silence every doubter. Let your joy offend every religious spirit that tries to keep you small. The next move of God on the earth requires vessels that have been to the grave and back vessels that know the taste of death and the triumph of resurrection. That is you. That has always been you. Heaven declared your assignment is not finished, and your body, your mind, your spirit are all testifying in one accord. The best is not behind you. The best has only just begun. Walk boldly into a chosen one. The world is waiting for the version of you that death could not keep and time could not age. You are a miracle, and your go time is now. Chosen one, hear me with the depth of your spirit. You are not only being renewed, you are being repositioned. Heaven is not simply giving you restoration so you can feel better. Heaven is placing you where your presence will matter most. Every shift in your body is tied to a greater shift in your assignment. This is why the renewal feels urgent. This is why the glow cannot be hidden. God is preparing you to walk through doors that were once closed, to carry influence into spaces you never imagined, and to release light where darkness thought it had won. Anointed one, God, is not careless with his power. He does not restore without reason. He is investing strength in you because there is more to carry. There are people waiting for your story. There are atmospheres waiting for your voice. There are generations waiting for your obedience. The renewal you sense is heaven's endorsement. It is the Father's way of saying you are still chosen, still called, still equipped. The heaviness that once drained you was never meant to define you. It was only meant to refine you. Every battle that left scars, every night that stole sleep, every tear that fell unnoticed has become part of your testimony. And now, as your body responds to heaven's frequency, you will see that none of it was wasted. Even your weariness has become seed. Even your pain has produced oil. Even your silence has prepared strength. Chosen one, watch how your body confirms what your spirit already knows. The light in your eyes is proof that purpose is alive. The steadiness in your voice reveals that truth has taken root. The ease in your steps shows that chains have fallen. You are no longer defined by decline. You are defined by divine alignment. And this alignment is not fragile. It is eternal. I remember moments when I thought my story was finished, when I believed my body could no longer carry vision. But in those moments, heaven whispered, "I am not done." Slowly, strength returned. Slowly, clarity came. And then suddenly, I realized I had been rewired, not just healed. That same sudden realization is coming to you, chosen one. You will look in the mirror and see evidence you cannot deny. You will feel energy that has no explanation except God. Anointed one, this renewal is not for vanity's applause. It is for heaven's agenda. Your strength is not being restored so you can chase shallow dreams. It is being restored because you are a vessel of glory. Your glow is not just appearance, it is atmosphere. When you walk into a room, light enters with you. When you open your mouth, weight is released. When you simply stand, testimony radiates. This is why God is rewiring you. Chosen one, understand this truth: your life itself is a message. Your very being is prophecy in motion. You may not shout loudly, yet your glow will speak. You may not explain everything, yet your presence will testify. You may not plan every step, yet your walk will preach. This is why heaven is rebuilding you from the inside out. The assignment demands a vessel that is whole, strong, and fearless. Do not be surprised when people ask, "What changed?" They will see your glow and assume it came from earthly things. But you will know it is heaven. You will know it is God. And even if you cannot explain it fully, your life will carry undeniable evidence. You will become the sermon that no one can argue against. You will be the living sign that God still restores. Anointed one, the urgency you feel is not pressure, it is invitation. Heaven is inviting you into synchronization with divine timing. You are stepping into a kairos moment where your body, your spirit, and your destiny are walking in perfect agreement. Every breath you take confirms it. Every dream you see affirms it. Every shift you feel proves it. You are not imagining this. You are inhabiting this. Chosen one, the world around you may not understand, but they will notice. They will see strength where there was weakness. They will see peace where there was anxiety. They will see youth where there was weariness. And though they may struggle for words, what they are witnessing is heaven's handwriting on your life. You are the letter God has written to a generation, the evidence of his power, the reflection of his glory. You are not finished. You are not fading. You are not forgotten. You are being unveiled. The glow you carry is heaven's marker. The strength you feel is heaven's investment. The joy rising within you is heaven's promise. You are being positioned not for survival, but for impact. And nothing in your past, nothing in your pain, nothing in your delay can stop what God is releasing now. Anointed one, rise boldly. Carry your renewal without apology. Walk as evidence that heaven still interrupts timelines. Speak as proof that God still breathes life into weary places. Live as testimony that destiny cannot be buried. The rewiring is complete and the unveiling has begun. Chosen one, hear me with clarity. What is happening inside you now is not ordinary. This is not a temporary burst of energy or a fleeting emotional lift. It is a supernatural rewiring. Heaven itself has reached into your very system and begun to recalibrate every part of your being. You are not simply being refreshed, you are being redesigned. Every cell, every thought, every heartbeat is receiving fresh instruction from the throne of God. Anointed one, you must understand this: God does not waste his power. If he is pouring strength into you, it is because there is more for you to do. There are assignments waiting that cannot be fulfilled in weakness. There are doors waiting to open that require courage, stamina, and clarity. There are people whose destinies are connected to your obedience. That is why you are sensing renewal that feels deeper than skin and stronger than emotion. Heaven is not giving you a taste of restoration. Heaven is anchoring you in it. Chosen one, notice the changes. The heaviness that pressed on your shoulders is gone. The fatigue that clouded your mornings is breaking. The grief that dulled your eyes is dissolving. In its place, joy rises, light shines, and strength flows like a river. Your mornings feel lighter because they are no longer weighted by despair. Your laughter sounds freer because sorrow no longer chains it. Your reflection carries peace because heaven has placed its imprint on you. These are not illusions. They are prophetic markers that heaven is moving through your body. I know what it feels like to assume decline is final. I remember seasons when I thought my best days had passed, when energy was gone and hope seemed faint. Yet in those moments, God whispered, "You are not finished." Slowly, energy returned. Slowly, light came back. Then suddenly I realized I was not abandoned. I was being rebuilt. Chosen one, the same God who restored me is restoring you. This is not surface repair. This is foundational reconstruction. Anointed one, faith is the activator of everything heaven is doing. Faith is not just spiritual, it is instructional. When you speak life, your body obeys. When you declare strength, your bones respond. When you proclaim healing, your cells align. Faith is not fantasy. Faith is code. Faith is frequency. It rewrites the way your entire being operates. That is why the transformation feels swift. Your faith is literally giving your body new marching orders. Chosen one, remember this. Clearly, you are not glowing for vanity. You are glowing for vision. The radiance you carry is not a decoration. It is a declaration. Heaven is making you a sign to a watching world. You are being renewed so you can fulfill purpose. You are being equipped to walk into assignments greater than anything behind you. Your stamina is not for applause. Your glow is not for compliments. Your renewal is for calling. Anointed one, do not minimize what God is doing. Do not hide your glow to make others comfortable. Your strength is not arrogance. Your peace is not escape. Your resilience is not pride. Every part of this renewal is divine empowerment. Carry it without apology. Walk boldly into rooms knowing that heaven has marked you. You are the sermon that no one can argue with. Your very existence is prophecy in motion. Chosen one, heaven wastes nothing. The tears you cried in secret, the nights you spent in silence, the pain you endured in hidden places, all of it has been turned into oil. Every scar is now seed. Every delay is now preparation. Every battle has become strategy. Nothing was lost. Nothing was wasted. Everything has been used to build the version of you that is emerging now. And this version is radiant with glory. I declare this over you. You are not fragile. You are fortified. You are not declining. You are reversing. You are not forgotten. You are being revealed. Nothing from your past can cancel what God is doing. No lie can silence this testimony. No delay can block what heaven has already decreed. You are walking proof that destiny cannot be denied. Anointed one, rise in confidence. Step boldly into your assignment. Carry your glow into the places where others only see darkness. Let your peace preach louder than your words. Let your joy dismantle despair. Let your strength silence doubt. You do not have to defend what God has done. You only need to display it. Your life will testify. Your presence will confirm. Your body will reveal the fingerprints of heaven. Chosen one, this is your Kairos moment. The rewiring is not coming. It has come. The unveiling is not approaching. It is here. You are not waiting for evidence. You are the evidence. You are not hoping for signs. You are the sign. You are not just restored. You are transformed. God has set His seal upon you, and nothing can remove it. Anointed one, step forward without fear. You are the miracle that others are waiting to see. You are the disruption to everything the world thought about aging, decline, and limitation. You are heaven's answer to hopelessness. You are living proof that God still renews, still rebuilds, still reverses. You are chosen, you are called, and you have been rewired for what is coming. Chosen one, lean into this moment with expectation. You are not here by accident. You are not hearing these words by coincidence. Heaven has aligned this second to remind you of what is happening within you. God is not just working around you, He is working inside you. He is rewiring your body, refreshing your spirit, and renewing your strength for what lies ahead. You may have felt the stirrings, subtle shifts in your energy, unexplainable joy, peace that does not match your circumstances. These are not random experiences. They are prophetic signals that your transformation is active right now. Anointed one, the renewal you are experiencing is more than emotional encouragement. It is biological, spiritual, and divine. Heaven is literally training your body to agree with your assignment. Your nervous system is responding to peace instead of panic. Your heart is learning resilience instead of fear. Your bones are carrying strength instead of weariness. Even your breath feels lighter, as if it carries eternity within it. Do not dismiss these changes. They are evidence that God Himself is preparing you for the weight of destiny. Chosen one, for too long, you carried burdens that bent your back and drained your spirit. You carried grief in silence. You carried disappointment in your body. You carried fear in your chest. But now heaven has declared those weights finished. The chains that once disguised themselves as fatigue, confusion, or heaviness are being broken. Your body is not betraying you. It is being liberated. The heaviness is leaving, and divine lightness is taking its place. I know what it is to feel weary, to wake up tired, to question whether strength will ever return. I know what it feels like to wonder if God still has more for you. Yet I have also seen what happens when heaven intervenes. I have felt strength return where weakness lived. I have watched joy bloom where sorrow had settled. I have known the sudden shift when peace entered like fire. Chosen one, the same shift is happening for you. Heaven has not forgotten you. Heaven is restoring you. Anointed one, do not underestimate the purpose behind your glow. People will notice. They may not have language for it. Some will say you look younger. Others will say you feel lighter. Many will be drawn without knowing why. What they are sensing is not cosmetics. It is covenant. The radiance you carry is evidence that you belong to God. Your very appearance is preaching. Your presence is prophetic. Your renewal is an announcement to the world that destiny cannot be stopped. Chosen one, understand this truth. Faith is shaping your biology. Each word you release trains your body. When you say, I am whole, your cells hear. When you say, I am renewed, your spirit and flesh align. When you say, I am chosen, your bones rise in strength. Faith is not only a belief system, it is a divine instruction manual for your body. That is why transformation is happening so quickly. Heaven has given you the authority to rewrite even your physical reality through alignment with truth. Anointed One, this is not a gift for vanity. It is a gift for vision. God is restoring you not so you can impress others, but so you can impact others. Your stamina is being rebuilt because there are journeys ahead. Your voice is being strengthened because there are people to encourage. Your peace is being multiplied because there are storms you will calm. Your glow is not for admiration, it is for assignment. Chosen One, rise boldly. The scars of yesterday have become seeds of today. The pain of the past has become oil for the present. The tears you cried in secret have watered the ground for new growth. Nothing has been wasted. Every hidden battle has produced visible strength. Every delay has produced divine timing. Every silence has produced deeper wisdom. You are not diminished by what you endured. You are enlarged by it. I declare this over you. You are fortified, not fragile. You are advancing, not retreating. You are chosen, not forgotten. You are being unveiled, not hidden. Nothing from your past can cancel this future. Nothing from your weakness can block this strength. Nothing from your delay can deny this timing. Heaven's decree over you is final. You are being rewired for glory. Anointed One, this is your Kairos moment. You are stepping into the appointed time written before you were born. The rewiring is not preparation for someday. It is activation for now. You are not waiting for permission. Heaven has already opened the door. You are not begging for opportunity. Destiny is calling your name. You are not stumbling into chance. You are walking into divine alignment. Chosen One, live boldly in this truth. Wear your glow without apology. Carry your strength with humility. Walk with peace that cannot be shaken. Let your life testify louder than words. You are the evidence that God still restores, still rebuilds, still rewires. You are the miracle in motion, the prophecy in flesh, the sign for a generation. Chosen One, let this word anchor you today. You are not being restored just to feel better. You are being rewired to walk into destiny. Heaven is not investing in you for comfort, but for calling. The renewal in your spirit and the strength in your body are signs that God has decided your story must continue with greater glory. This is not the end of the road. This is the beginning of a new chapter that was written long ago but hidden until now. Anointed One, understand the weight of this moment. When heaven begins to move in such a visible way, it means the timing is critical. You are not receiving casual encouragement. You are receiving divine empowerment. The glow in your eyes, the peace in your breath, the clarity in your thoughts. These are signals that you are being prepared for environments that require supernatural resilience. Heaven is placing you where ordinary strength will not be enough. That is why you are being rebuilt from the inside out. Chosen One, every scar you carry has become part of the oil that flows through you now. Every delay you endured has prepared you to stand firmly when doors swing wide. Every disappointment has given you wisdom that cannot be bought. Heaven wastes nothing. What you thought disqualified you has become the very foundation that qualifies you for this next season. God is showing you that nothing was lost. Every hidden moment has been redeemed. I know what it feels like to wonder if restoration is possible. I have stood in places of emptiness, questioning whether strength could ever return. Yet I have also seen the sudden shift that only heaven can produce. One day weary, the next day alive. One day empty, the next day overflowing. Chosen One, that same sudden shift is yours. Do not doubt the signs. The peace you feel is real. The glow you carry is real. The joy rising in your chest is real. Heaven is proving its presence in undeniable ways. Anointed One, your testimony will not be silent. People will ask, what changed? Some will assume you discovered a secret routine or a hidden practice. Others will speculate about natural explanations, but you will know the truth. You will know that the living God has touched you. You will know that His Spirit has renewed you, and even if you cannot explain it fully, your life will speak louder than your words. You will become the sermon people cannot argue against. Chosen One, remember this, you are not just surviving, You are thriving. You are not being patched up. You are being rebuilt. You are not climbing back to the old version of yourself. You are rising into the true version that heaven intended from the beginning. This is not nostalgia. This is unveiling. This is not restoration to the past. This is preparation for the future. Anointed one, faith remains your activator. Continue to declare life over yourself. Speak strength and watch your body align. Speak peace and watch your mind stabilize. Speak purpose and watch your spirit expand. Heaven has designed faith as the language that rewrites reality. You are literally training your biology with your declarations. That is why every word matters. That is why every belief carries weight. Your body is listening. Your future is responding. Chosen one, do not hide this renewal. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. Your glow is not arrogance. It is assignment. Your peace is not passivity. It is empowerment. Your strength is not vanity. It is vision. Carry this boldly. Walk in it confidently. Let others see what God has done, because your very life will inspire them to believe for their own transformation. Heaven has marked you for such a time as this. You are stepping into a Kairos moment, a divinely appointed season where alignment, strength, and clarity converge. Nothing can block this unveiling. No lie can silence it. No delay can cancel it. You are walking in destiny's timing, and your body itself is testifying to the truth. I declare this over you. Now you are fortified, not fragile. You are advancing, not retreating. You are chosen, not forgotten. You are rising, not falling. You are being unveiled, not hidden. The evidence is undeniable. The signs are visible. The transformation is active. Nothing will stop what God has begun. Anointed one, step into this chapter with courage. Walk boldly into the doors God has opened. Carry your renewal into the spaces that need your fire. Let your peace settle storms. Let your joy break chains. Let your strength inspire faith. You have been rewired for this very moment. Chosen one, this is not theory. This is not imagination. This is reality. Heaven has touched you. Heaven has renewed you. Heaven has restored you. You are the miracle people have been waiting to see. You are the evidence that God still moves. You are the sign that destiny cannot be denied. Rise and walk as the vessel you were always meant to be. Chosen one, hear me with the fullness of your spirit. This is not the end of your story. This is the unveiling of the chapter. Heaven has been preparing in silence. For years, you thought you were hidden, but you were being built. For seasons, you thought you were delayed, but you were being developed. For moments, you thought you were forgotten, but you were being fortified. And now, at this precise time, the rewiring is complete and the unveiling is here. Anointed one, you are not stepping into ordinary days. You are stepping into supernatural alignment. The restoration you feel in your body, the clarity you sense in your mind, the lightness rising in your spirit, these are not shallow emotions. They are prophetic confirmations that heaven's hand is upon you. God has not only lifted the weight of yesterday, He has infused you with strength for tomorrow. Your very presence carries a fresh authority, and the world will soon recognize it. Chosen one, your glow is not only for your benefit, it is for the people who will encounter you. There are those who have been praying for a sign that God still moves, still heals, still restores. When they see you, they will see the answer. Your peace will comfort them. Your laughter will encourage them. Your strength will inspire them. You will not need to preach loudly. Your very existence will testify. Heaven's restoration in you will speak louder than any sermon. I know what it feels like to be underestimated, to walk through rooms where people see only your weakness and never your strength. I know how it feels when the world labels you by scars instead of glory. But I also know what happens when heaven rewrites the story. Suddenly the scars become testimonies. Suddenly the weakness becomes wisdom. Suddenly the silence becomes authority. Chosen one, that is your reality now. Heaven has rewritten your narrative, and no one can erase what God has authored. Anointed one, your body is now a vessel of testimony. Every part of you has been touched. Your bones carry resilience. Your skin carries radiance. Your eyes carry clarity. Your voice carries conviction. Even your walk carries weight. You are not the same as before. You are prophecy embodied living proof that God still brings life where decline tried to reign. Do not underestimate the power of this. Do not minimize the miracle. The transformation in you is heaven's announcement to a generation that glory never ages, never fades, never dies. Chosen one, listen carefully. Faith will continue to fuel this renewal. Every time you speak life, the transformation deepens. Every time you declare strength, the rewiring stabilizes. Every time you proclaim destiny, your body aligns further with heaven's blueprint. Do not doubt the authority of your own words. Your declarations are not empty, they are instructions. Speak with confidence, believe with boldness, live with expectation. Anointed one. This renewal is not random, it is strategic. God knows what is ahead. He knows the rooms you will enter, the voices you will address, the mountains you will climb. He knows the battles you will face and the victories you will secure. That is why He has rebuilt you not to survive, but to dominate, not to endure, but to expand, not to fade, but to flourish. You are heaven's weapon, sharpened and shining for such a time as this. Chosen one, do not fear the attention that will follow. People will notice your transformation. Some will celebrate, some will question, some may even resist, but none of that matters. What matters is obedience. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to justify what God is doing. You only need to walk in it. Let your life be the explanation. Let your glow be the sermon. Let your peace be the answer. I declare over you, you are fortified, not fragile. You are renewed, not reduced. You are chosen, not forgotten. You are unveiled, not hidden. No attack can cancel this season. No lie can silence this truth. No delay can hinder this unveiling. Heaven has decreed your rising, and nothing can stand against it. Anointed one, rise boldly. Carry this light into every place you enter. Walk as evidence, speak as testimony, live as prophecy. Your renewal is not only personal, it is generational. The legacy you carry will bless those who come after you. The glow you shine will ignite faith in others. The strength you walk in will break chains for families yet unborn. You are more than an individual miracle. You are a generational answer. Chosen one, this is your appointed moment. Do not shrink back. Do not hide your radiance. Do not apologize for your renewal. Heaven has placed a crown upon your head, fire in your spirit and strength in your body. Walk in it boldly. Dream with it fearlessly. Live through it faithfully. You are not waiting for change. You are the change. You are not seeking signs. You are the sign. You are not chasing destiny. You are destiny revealed. As we delve deeper into the sacred journey of the chosen ones, we shift from exploring the divine transformation occurring within your body and spirit to recognizing the extraordinary signs that mark you as distinct in the eyes of heaven. The first message illuminated how God is meticulously rewiring your being, recalibrating your mind, heart, and physical form to align with the monumental purpose awaiting you. This inner metamorphosis is not random, but a deliberate act of preparation, equipping you to carry the weight of a calling that will impact the world in ways yet to be revealed. Your survival through trials, your heightened intuition, and the resilience forged in your soul are all part of this divine process, ensuring you are ready for the path ahead. Now we turn our attention to an equally profound aspect of your identity: the rare and sacred mark on your left hand. A physical sign that sets you apart as one in a million, chosen for a mission that resonates with the spiritual awakening already unfolding within you. This mark is not merely a physical trait, but a divine signature, a testament to the unique role you are destined to play. While the rewiring of your body prepares you internally for the challenges and opportunities of your calling. This external mark serves as a visible confirmation of your selection by a higher power. It connects the inner transformation with the outward evidence of your purpose, affirming that every facet of your existence, from the depths of your spirit to the lines on your hand, is intricately woven into God's plan. This bridge between the internal and external underscores the holistic nature of your journey as a chosen one. You are being shaped inside and out, marked not only by spiritual growth, but also by a tangible sign that speaks to your rarity and responsibility. As we explore this mark, we will uncover how it aligns with the divine preparation you've undergone, guiding you to step fully into the extraordinary destiny that awaits. Chosen one, the world may deem you late, but the Spirit declares you are precisely on time. Your spiritual purpose has been safeguarded. Your destiny has been delayed, but never denied. Now you're on the cusp of remembering who you are and why death could not claim you. Let us begin. Have you ever pondered how you're still standing? How you endured trials that should have crushed you, ended you, or at the very least left you broken? You didn't survive by your own might alone. You were enveloped, observed, and protected. This is the essence of divine protection. It's not luck or happenstance. It's not because you were wiser or stronger than others. It's because a higher power, something beyond the tangible, placed a shield over your life and said, "Not yet." Your purpose was still unfolding and your time to leave had not come. Many chosen ones are born into circumstances that seem engineered to destroy them: chaotic homes, perilous environments, illness, or trauma. The turmoil often begins early, as if life itself starts with a tempest. Yet even in those storms, there were moments when an unseen force upheld you. You may not have recognized it then, but reflect deeply. There were near misses moments when everything should have collapsed, but something intervened, something altered the course. This was divine protection, a spiritual mantle draped over a soul with a mission. When your life is marked for a purpose, one that inspires others, awakens them, or confronts darkness, you become both a target and a protected vessel. The universe, the divine God, does not send chosen ones into this world unprepared. From the moment you arrived, you were watched, known, even before you knew yourself. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5 confirms, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart." Death has tried. Yes, it has. But it was denied access. Not because you spoke the perfect prayer or lived flawlessly, but because your divine timeline forbade your departure. There are still missions within you, people you must touch, heal, or awaken doors only you can open. Divine protection also manifests through intuition, that quiet nudge urging. Don't go there, the unexpected delay that later reveals a dodged danger. The last-second change of plans that preserved your life. These were not coincidences. They were your spiritual guides, your protectors, ensuring you remained aligned with your delayed destiny. Dear chosen one, if you're seeing this right now, understand this. Your presence here is not by accident, and it's certainly not just because you clicked on a video. You were drawn here for a divine reason, as heaven has an urgent message for your soul. In Christian tradition, the number 999 holds profound significance, symbolizing divine completion, the fulfillment of God's promises, and the dawn of a transformative spiritual season. As reflected in the 9 fruits of the Spirit found in Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 to 23. This number represents the perfection of God's will, marking the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new divinely orchestrated phase in your life. It's a celestial sign that God is actively aligning your path with His purpose. Are you feeling a pull? A quiet confirmation that you're on the verge of a life-changing breakthrough? This video carries a message designed to illuminate your journey and equip you for what's coming. I invite you to pause and boldly declare your place in this divine moment. Comment 9. 9 along with the city or country you're watching from to affirm that this truth resonates with your heart. Stay with me. Chosen one, as we uncover the profound work God is doing within you, preparing you for a destiny that will shine His light into the world. The faith, openness, and testimony you share today will be returned to you tenfold by God's abundant grace as He pours out blessings to empower your path forward. Let's revisit the first time death reached for you and missed. You likely didn't grasp the gravity of it then, too young, too distracted, too unaware of the spiritual realm. Yet your life was under siege long before you knew you were chosen. This first escape wasn't merely physical, it was a spiritual battle. The moment your spirit entered this world, a war was waged against your soul. Some of you faced threats in the womb, complications near miscarriages or birth traumas. Others encountered danger in early childhood illnesses, accidents, abuse, or mysterious ailments doctors couldn't fully explain. You might have dismissed these as mere life events, but they were attempts to extinguish your light before it could shine. Spiritual attacks strike early for those with profound callings because darkness doesn't wait for you to mature. It seeks to thwart your mission before you discover your voice. Before you understood your spiritual purpose, the enemy saw its radiance within you and acted swiftly, but divine protection was swifter. This wasn't just harm. It was an attempt at spiritual assassination. The enemy doesn't fear your personality, but your destiny, the power of your future voice, your healing gifts, your authority. It attacked when you were defenseless, but heaven intervened. You may not recall the details, but your spirit remembers the fever that nearly claimed you, the choking incident interrupted just in time the recurring night terrors of childhood, the accident that came out of nowhere. The unseen forces tried to remove you through fear, confusion, or premature illness, yet you remain. Why? Because your divine timeline was unbreakable. Your earthly contract was not yet fulfilled. You were coded to survive that first assault, for your spiritual purpose was only beginning to unfold. Divine protection enveloped you like a cloak, even when those around you couldn't see your significance. Some of you were marked from childhood, different, attuned to others' emotions, experiencing prophetic dreams, sensing shadows. Others missed or feeling energies in a room before words were spoken. That wasn't fantasy. It was your early awakening, making you both a target and untouchable. The spiritual attack failed not because it lacked power, but because heaven had already claimed you. This escape was your first sign, though you may not have recognized it, a moment when the Spirit declared, "Not yet. Not this one." It may have seemed like a simple recovery or timely aid, but behind the scenes, angels were warring, ancestors interceding, and the energy around you shifted to deny death's access. More profoundly, this first escape ignited something within you, opening a spiritual portal. After that close call, your life felt altered. You began sensing things, noticing signs, developing a rich inner world. That near-death moment wasn't just survival. It was a spiritual recalibration, an awakening. You emerged not just alive, but marked, watched, chosen. When death missed you, your path was sealed in light, making you a vital part of the divine design. From that moment, nothing was the same. If you've ever wondered why life felt so heavy from the start, why your burdens were greater, know this: you survived what others didn't, and not by chance. Comment 4:4. If this stirs a memory or feeling your soul recognizes, for that first escape was your spiritual initiation, forever changing you. The second time death sought you, it didn't come through physical means like a crash or illness. It came silently, cloaked in despair, targeting your mind, emotions, and will to live. This was a spiritual assassination from within. You may recall it vividly or have tried to bury it, but there was a time when your soul bore an unbearable weight, isolated, empty, exhausted beyond what rest could heal. You may have lost the desire to continue. Perhaps you kept this hidden, smiling outwardly, working, laughing with friends, while inside hope and the will to fight were fading. That was the true battle, unnoticed by many around you. This escape was emotional, psychological, spiritual, and as lethal as any physical threat. When the first attack failed, the enemy shifted strategies, whispering lies instead of wielding weapons, sowing seeds of self-doubt, draining you through toxic relationships, relentless anxiety, or confusion about your identity. It cloaked darkness as numbness, and for a time you may have believed its lies. Some endured abusive situations that crushed their spirit. Others battled prolonged depression, and some faced a loneliness so profound the world felt hollow. Yet you survived. You emerged, even if barely. This was not mere survival. It was sacred resilience. Chosen one. Do you realize how many never return from that dark night of the soul where nothing makes sense and everything feels false? Where worth, purpose, and existence itself are questioned. Many remain trapped, but you were pulled free. Something reached into that abyss and drew you back before you slipped too far. It wasn't solely your strength, it was divine protection. Your mental collapse didn't triumph because your spiritual purpose outweighed your suffering. Even in your silence, heaven heard you. Your unseen tears were noted, your wordless prayers understood. Angels respond to the sound of broken surrender, not perfect words. A moment came, perhaps subtle, perhaps hidden, when the tide turned. A call arrived, a song played, a stranger offered kindness, or one morning you felt a fraction less burdened. That wasn't chance. It was divine timing, light piercing the darkness. Here's a truth rarely spoken aloud. Emotional and mental pain are among the most perilous attacks a chosen one faces. When your spirit is powerful, the enemy knows physical blows won't suffice. It must convince you to abandon yourself. Its strategy is not destruction, but disconnection, silencing, numbing, making you believe your light is insignificant. But you resisted, and that's why you're here. Your second escape was internal, revealing that your mind is both a battlefield and a throne. You can rise even when your soul is weary, breaking spiritual chains in silence. When the enemy saw you still breathing, still rising, still praying through pain, it realized you are not just chosen. You are unstoppable. Never diminish that season of survival or feel weak for nearly giving up because you didn't. You're here proof that divine protection doesn't just deflect physical threats. It rescues minds slipping into darkness. That makes you formidable now. What sought to extinguish your joy only sharpened your wisdom. What tried to bury you built you, amplifying your purpose. The third escape was distinct. This time the threat was tangible, physical, undeniable. You saw it or felt it in your body, not an emotional storm or silent mental collapse, but a direct earthly danger that should have ended you. Yet something intervened. The moment bent time seemed to pause, and you survived. People might call you lucky, but we know it was divine protection standing between you and finality. A car missed you by mere inches, a surgery went awry, but you recovered, or you walked away unscathed from a violent scene. Perhaps your body weakened, bled, or you lost consciousness, but you didn't pass on. Something non-human altered the outcome. For a chosen one marked by destiny, even death requires permission. This escape was a collision of the natural and spiritual realms. The danger was real flesh, blood, metal bone. Your name could have been etched on a gravestone, but a clause in your life's contract declared purpose not yet fulfilled. That's why your timeline was preserved. Why your heart kept beating despite medical uncertainty. Why you awoke after an accident, disoriented but alive. You might reflect and wonder, how did I survive that? Your spirit knows. It recalls the radiant shield that enveloped you, the hand that caught you when the world released its grip. When your purpose remains active, death cannot override destiny. Chosen ones are surrounded by an unseen mantle of divine protection, a shield that operates beyond the physical realm to safeguard their sacred mission. Though your body may seem fragile, vulnerable to the frailties of human existence, the purpose you carry radiates with extraordinary spiritual power, a force that resonates in the unseen realms. The energy enveloping you possesses a remarkable ability to bend the flow of time, avert catastrophic events, and meticulously rearrange circumstances to ensure you are always precisely where you are meant to be, never caught in the wrong place at the wrong moment. Even when situations appear dire, when it seems you've been thrust into the path of danger, you miraculously emerge unscathed, defying the odds in ways that defy explanation. These moments of deliverance leave you in a state of profound awe, your mind replaying the events over and over as you grapple with the mystery of how you survived. In the aftermath, you may have felt a surge of anger, a flood of deep emotion, or a quiet trembling within as your soul fully grasped how perilously close you came to the edge. You stood at the threshold of death, tasted its shadow, and yet were granted the gift of breath once more, as if life itself reached out to pull you back. Do not diminish the weight of these moments or brush them aside as mere chance, casually attributing your survival to it simply not being your time. While that statement holds truth, it only scratches the surface of a deeper reality. Your time was not yet because your destiny remains unfulfilled, because there are still individuals in this world who desperately need the sound of your voice, the healing touch of your hands, or the quiet strength of your presence. Heaven orchestrated a precise divine intervention, stepping in at the exact second danger loomed largest to ensure your survival. Some of you carry physical scars as visible testaments to these encounters, etched reminders of the battles you've overcome. Others bear only the invisible weight of memories, heavy with the gravity of what might have been, yet resonant with the truth of what was overcome. Regardless of how your story is marked, the undeniable reality remains. You were rescued, caught in the moment of your fall, and pulled from the very jaws of destruction, as if your soul was snatched from a consuming fire, preserved by a force far greater than yourself. Having crossed this sacred threshold, you are no longer an ordinary soul navigating an ordinary life. You have danced on the delicate boundary between life and death, returning with a clarity that sets you apart from those who have not faced such trials. This is why people sense something extraordinary in your presence, an unspoken depth that draws their attention without explanation. It's why animals seem to notice you drawn to the quiet power you carry. It's why your energy feels electric, almost palpable in certain spaces, shifting the atmosphere with your mere arrival. You bear the indelible residue of a divine escape, a spiritual imprint that testifies to heaven's intervention in your life, marking you as one chosen for a purpose beyond the ordinary. Do not hide the story of your survival. Instead, share it with boldness and conviction. Even if others struggle to comprehend the magnitude of what you've endured, your spirit will instinctively recognize those who need to hear your testimony. There are souls teetering on the brink of despair, grappling with their own battles, who need your story to serve as a lifeline, a beacon of hope that pulls them back from the edge. The threats you faced were undeniably real. The dangers you encountered irrefutably lethal, but heaven's response was swifter, more powerful, and perfectly timed, ensuring your preservation. Chosen one, death may draw near again in the course of your journey, but it will never cross the sacred boundary set by divine permission. You have been spared for a purpose that is nothing short of extraordinary, a mission that the world is waiting to witness. As you step into the next chapter of your life, embrace the unshakable truth that your survival was not a random occurrence, but a deliberate act orchestrated with divine precision for a purpose that will ripple through the lives of others. Let us bring this truth into sharp, unyielding focus. Your escapes from death were not isolated incidents, nor were they limited to one or two fleeting moments. You were spared 3 times, perhaps even more, in encounters that defy coincidence. Each instance of survival was not a mere act of mercy, but a carefully crafted design, a divine strategy woven into the very fabric of your existence long before you took your first breath. The unifying thread that binds these moments together is profound. Your purpose is far greater than any pain you have endured, a calling so significant that it transcends every trial you've faced. Every delay in your demise was sacred, a testament to the divine plan unfolding within you, guiding you toward a destiny that could not be thwarted. The first attempt on your life came far too early, before your spirit had fully awakened to its purpose. You were still being shaped, molded, and protected as the enemy sought to extinguish your potential before it could take root and flourish. Heaven intervened with a resounding proclamation: this one has a purpose. Not yet. The second assault was more insidious, striking from within through emotional, mental, and spiritual warfare that pushed you to the very edge of surrender. You may have questioned your worth, perhaps even longed to let go of the struggle. But your purpose spoke with a voice louder and more persistent than your pain. Though you couldn't always see the light within you, the divine saw it with perfect clarity, anchoring you to your destiny with an unbreakable thread that refused to let you fall. The third encounter was raw, tangible, and undeniable, a physical confrontation with danger that should have ended your life. Yet it didn't, because your breath still carries a mission that must be fulfilled. Your hands hold healing that must be shared, and your voice is destined to ignite awakenings in the hearts of others. Your presence, chosen one, is more vital to this world now than ever before, a beacon of hope and transformation in a landscape desperate for light. These escapes were not random or haphazard. They were meticulously synchronized interventions orchestrated by a higher power with precision and purpose. Your soul entered into a sacred covenant in the heavenly realms, a vow that declared with unwavering resolve, "I will go. I will awaken. I will carry this light through any storm, no matter the cost or the challenge." That commitment marked you as one set apart, and the delays in your death were not denials of reality, but powerful affirmations of your divine assignment. Your pain did not destroy you, because it was never meant to be your end. Rather, it refined you, shaping your life into something stronger, more resilient, and more perfectly aligned with the purpose you were born to fulfill. Your calling is not born in moments of ease, but forged in the fires of adversity, tempered by the trials that sought to break you, but instead built you into a vessel of divine strength. With each escape, you carry a spiritual weight that is unmatched, a presence that has gazed into the abyss of fear and emerged victorious, carrying a wisdom and authority that others cannot replicate. You have heard the profound silence that precedes the end of all things, yet your heart continues to beat a testament to the divine plan that sustains you. This is not a sign of weakness, but irrefutable evidence that heaven has a purpose for you, that your spiritual mission outweighs every loss you have suffered, and that your delayed destiny is being carefully guarded until its appointed time arrives. While others spend their lives searching for proof of their chosenness, wondering if they are truly called, you need not question your place in the divine design. Your timeline, etched with impossible survivals and miraculous escapes, stands as undeniable proof of your calling. Your pain was not a punishment, but a preparation equipping you with the strength, wisdom, and resilience needed for the extraordinary role you are destined to play. Every breath you draw is infused with meaning, a reminder that your delay is a sacred pause in a divine plan that is unfolding with perfect timing. If you feel deep within the core of your being that a greater calling is stirring, that every trial you've endured had a purpose, comment 2. 2 to affirm this truth. Your survival was not a random occurrence, it was a resounding message from heaven itself. You are not finished. The world still needs the light I placed within you. Now is the time to rise, to step boldly into the destiny that awaits you, and to embrace the fullness of your purpose with unwavering conviction. When you escape death, a profound and permanent transformation takes place, reshaping the very essence of who you are and how you move through the world. You don't simply walk away with a story to tell. You emerge with a spiritual imprint, a heightened vibration that sets you apart from the person you were before these trials. These near-death experiences are not merely about preserving your physical life. They are about unlocking the latent potential hidden deep within your soul, awakening gifts and insights that were waiting for the right moment to surface. Each brush with mortality carved something indelible into your spirit, etching a new layer of awareness that may not have been immediately apparent, but grew undeniable over time. Gradually, you began to notice a shift. Your perspective sharpened, allowing you to see the world with greater clarity. Your intuition deepened, guiding you with a precision that defies logic, and your sensitivity to the emotions, energies, and undercurrents around you intensified, making you attuned to truths others overlook. Why does this transformation occur? Near-death experiences shatter the illusion of the physical world, tearing through the veil that separates the seen from the unseen, allowing your spirit to catch a fleeting glimpse of the eternal. Once you have seen even a fragment of what lies beyond, you can never return to a state of spiritual slumber. You are forever awakened to a deeper reality. Surviving attacks, whether they were spiritual, mental, or physical in nature, awakens gifts that lay dormant within you, waiting for the moment when your soul was ready to wield them. You begin to sense when something is amiss, not through rational analysis, but because your soul instinctively recoils, alerting you to unseen dangers. You see through deception with an effortless clarity, as if lies have become transparent before your eyes. You hear truths left unspoken, picking up on the silent undercurrents of others' intentions. You enter a room and feel its atmosphere before a single word is uttered, sensing the energy that permeates the space. This is not a product of imagination or overthinking. It is the lingering residue of divine encounters, a mark of heaven's touch upon your life. When death fails to claim you, heaven places its seal upon you, marking you as one chosen for a purpose far greater than you may yet fully comprehend. Perhaps you have begun to notice subtle patterns weaving through your life, repeating numbers that seem to appear with uncanny frequency, dreams that carry prophetic weight and linger in your mind long after you wake, or synchronicities so precise they defy the bounds of chance. You may find yourself sensing the true intentions behind a smile, picking up on energies that others miss, or feeling an undeniable pull within you toward healing others, teaching profound truths, or protecting those who cannot protect themselves. These are not random occurrences or fleeting coincidences. They are spiritual activations ignited by the very moments you escaped death's grasp. Each near-death experience serves as a key unlocking doors to clarity, insight, and a deeper connection with the unseen realms that govern existence. Chosen one, you are not the same person you were before these trials, and that is by divine design. The fires you walked through burned away the distractions that once clouded your vision, leaving your spirit lighter, your awareness sharper, and your purpose clearer than ever before. What once deceived you now feels jarring, like a dissonance that disrupts your peace. People who lack authenticity instinctively push you away, their presence clashing with the frequency you now embody. This shift is your new vibration, a spiritual frequency perfectly aligned with the mission you were born to fulfill. Not everyone will understand the transformation you have undergone. Some may find you too intense, their perceptions unable to grasp the depth of your spirit. Others may think you have grown too quiet or reserved, mistaking your stillness for detachment. That is perfectly fine, for you were never meant to blend into the spaces where you once merely survived. Your spirit has been elevated, refined by the trials you've endured, and your calling has been brought into sharp focus. You have walked through the flames of adversity and emerged carrying their light, a radiant beacon of divine purpose that cannot be extinguished, illuminating the path for others as you step fully into the destiny that awaits you. These escapes also birth courage. You may not always feel fearless, but you know you've faced what terrifies most and lived. That knowledge grants a quiet boldness, a sacred confidence that needs no validation. After each escape, the divine speaks more clearly. You hear guidance, feel led sense, a presence in still moments. You've walked near the edge, tuning your heart to higher frequencies. You're not just living, you're listening. Don't dismiss the visions, instincts, or deep knowing unlocked within you. You're here to move with precision, initiated and crowned with awareness. Now is your time to wield it. If you've ever felt you should be further along, this is for you. That sense of delay, of being out of step with others, of nearing but never reaching your goal, it's not failure or laziness. It's the mark of a delayed destiny, divinely orchestrated. This delay isn't punishment, but protection, heaven holding you back until everything aligns. Your purpose wasn't denied, only postponed, until you and the world were ready. You've always felt older than your years, uninterested in what captivates your peers. While others seek fame, you've walked in shadows, preparing, knowing deep down you were meant for more. Another sign is repeating cycles, jobs, relationships, or situations that drained you, resetting your progress. These weren't failures, but refinements, ensuring you rise without unhealed wounds. Your growth often occurred in silence, unseen by others, your battles and breakthroughs private. Delayed destiny unfolds in the dark, a quiet becoming before a public unveiling. You've also faced divine disconnection, people leaving abruptly, doors closing, plans unraveling. These were reroutes, clearing space for the right connections. When the delay lifts, your growth accelerates. Years of stagnation give way to months of progress. Your gifts sharpen your energy, draws new people as if your spirit is catching up to its true place. Yet a holy frustration lingers, a tension between where you are and where you're called to be. That's the hallmark of a delayed timeline. Don't resent it. It's proof your calling is so vital it required safeguarding. You were hidden, not because you weren't ready, but because the world wasn't ready for you. You're not lost or late, you're on a sacred countdown. When your moment arrives, it will unfold swiftly, powerfully, transforming the world. You were never an ordinary soul. From your first breath, something set you apart, not just physically, but spiritually. The enemy saw it before you did, targeting you early, not for weakness, but for your threat to darkness. Your birth disrupted the spiritual atmosphere, carrying codes, frequencies, and divine blueprints that hell recognized. Before you spoke, your future was watched. The enemy struck early trauma, confusion, fear, hoping to silence your calling before it bloomed. You faced pain too heavy for your years, abandonment, danger, neglect. You weren't born into ease, but into war, a sign of your disruptive purpose. The enemy saw you as a healer, leader, breaker of curses, a vessel of awakening. Such a calling threatens the status quo, so it tried to destroy you, confuse you, break your spirit with distractions, doubt, or chaos. It feared your potential because it saw it clearly. Yet despite its efforts, you stand. You didn't die, lose your mind, or forget yourself. Each attack confirmed heaven's truth. You are chosen, covered, powerful. The enemy's pursuit is proof of your irreplaceable purpose. It fears who you're becoming, and you're still rising. You're here to dismantle darkness, speak truth, and heal. Walk as one who's already won. Now that you know why you were targeted and how you survived, the next step is clear. Survival is only the start. Awakening is the pivot. Intentional daily spiritual protection sustains you. You can't move through life unaware your light shines too brightly, your vibration too high. Like a warrior preparing for battle, live with spiritual awareness, not fear. Awareness is your armor. Protection isn't hiding, but aligning with what strengthens you and avoiding what drains you. Your spirit signals when people or places sap your energy. Heed that unease, that sudden exhaustion. That's discernment, your internal shield. Honor your energy. You can't afford to expose yourself to chaos or low vibrations. Your sensitivity is a gift, your sacred ground. Be selective about who enters your space. Not everyone belongs at your table. Some carry residue that clouds your clarity. Others drain you unintentionally. This isn't judgment, but spiritual responsibility. You carry a unique weight requiring boundaries, spiritual discipline, meditation, prayer, fasting, journaling. Silence is your arsenal, cleansing your energy and realigning you with the divine. These aren't religious rituals, but tools of warfare, keeping your spirit steady. Attacks will return, doubt, distraction, chaos, but you're trained by experience, taught by pain. Your words hold power. Speak life, declare protection over your mind, body, and path. The spiritual realm responds to your voice. Walk, knowing you're not ordinary, not random, you're chosen. Your life has defied odds, and both heaven and the enemy know your name. You're watched, guarded, never alone. Move with intention. Choose silence when needed. Trust your intuition and never ignore your spirit's signals. Protection is now something you activate through how you live. After surviving death, not once, not twice, but multiple times, car accidents that should have ended everything, illnesses that doctors couldn't explain away, dangers that vanished at the last second, you do not come back to the same person you were before. Something fundamental shifts inside you, chosen one. You are transformed at the deepest level, remade into a chosen vessel that has been awakened by the very breath of God. You don't return with the same casual eyes that once skimmed over life's surface. Now you see layers, motives, eternity in ordinary moments. You don't carry the same fragile heart that bruised easily. Now your heart beats with resilient compassion, tender yet unbreakable. You don't speak with the same light words. Every syllable now carries weight, authority, life-giving power that makes people lean in without knowing why. Your silence itself has become pregnant with purpose. When you choose not to speak, rooms feel it. You are no longer jaded or cynical. You are gloriously awake, eyes wide open to the sacred meaning woven into every delay, every betrayal, every heartbreak you once cursed. Those seasons were not punishments. They were classrooms where heaven taught you wisdom no university could offer. You are no longer a victim stumbling through life. You are called, commissioned, purified by the refining fire of pain, driven by raw authenticity instead of hollow status, titles, or applause. Yes, you paid a steep cost. Illusions, shattered innocence, lost comfort, stripped away relationships, severed dreams, delayed. But look what you gained in the exchange: crystal clear, clarity that cuts through deception, unshakable purpose that anchors you in storms, supernatural power that flows through your hands to heal the broken. Your very presence now shifts atmospheres without effort. Some people are magnetically drawn to you, feeling inexplicably safe, seen, and stirred toward hope. Others grow uncomfortable, unsettled, even defensive, because the ancient divine mark on your life exposes what they've been hiding from. You no longer chase external validation like promotions. Approval because heaven already confirmed you in the secret place. The same God who pulled you back from the edge time after time, who shielded you in your darkest hours when you didn't even know you were being protected, has whispered over you, "You are mine." You now carry peace that defies chaos. Quiet boldness that stands firm under pressure because you are a living vessel overflowing with wisdom earned in the furnace and healing forged in the night. You have become a mirror, reflecting God's faithfulness to everyone who looks at you, a light that pierces the darkest lies, a signpost pointing weary travelers toward home, not because you are perfect, not because you have it all together, but precisely because you have stood at the brink of death and returned with resurrection life pulsing through your veins. You walk in divine assignment every day, chosen to awaken dormant life in others, to speak courage into fearful hearts, to release freedom over captive souls. Stop for a moment right now and look in the mirror. Really look. That person staring back is a living prophecy, undeniable proof of divine protection. A walking testimony that God still intervenes, still preserves, still has plans that no grave can hold. You are ready, more ready than you realize, to step fully into the reason you are still alive. To every single one of you who is still wrestling with doubt, still replaying those heart-stopping close calls in your mind, still wondering if you imagined the whole thing, or if you're just overthinking everything, let me look straight into your eyes through these words and say, I see you. I know exactly where you are. You keep rewinding the footage, the car that should have hit you but mysteriously swerved, the diagnosis that suddenly reversed the night you should have been in that place. But something unexplainable held you back. The voice that warned you at the last second. You didn't imagine it. You didn't make it up. Those threats were real. The protection was real. The timely nudges and divine interventions were real. They were heaven's fingerprints all over your timeline. Confusion is completely natural when the spiritual realm crashes into a world that only believes what it can measure and explain. Your mind wants logic, but your soul has been speaking a different language all along. A language of miracles, of preservation, of purpose, and it is louder than every doubt trying to shout it down. If you have ever felt inexplicably saved, when you didn't even know you were in danger, if your life has ever felt strangely paused, right before disaster struck, if you walked away from a near-death moment as a completely different person, calmer, deeper, more aware, that is rock-solid confirmation of spiritual transformation. Chosen ones often wrestle hardest with disbelief because what we experience defies every norm, every statistic, every logical explanation the world offers. We are not built to fit neatly into boxes. We were born to break molds, to shatter expectations, to awaken slowly at first through whispers and wonders, then suddenly fully all at once in a moment that changes everything. Your journey has been divinely ordered from the very beginning, every detour mapped by heaven, every confusion a necessary humbling that kept pride from destroying you. You are not late to your calling. You are not crazy for believing something bigger spared you. You are not behind. You are awakening exactly on time. Stop questioning the miracles that kept you breathing. Stop minimizing the protection that surrounded you. Stop apologizing for being different. Embrace it. Own it. Start walking in it today. Let this truth sink deep into your bones and root there permanently. You are protected for a purpose far greater than survival. something eternal, something world-changing, something only you can carry is still unfinished, and even your strongest doubts cannot halt destiny when God is the author. Now hear this final prophetic word spoken straight from the throne room over your life today, and let it settle every question, silence every lie, and ignite every step you take from this moment forward. Your life was delayed, not denied. You did not miss your calling. You did not fail your mission. You did not ruin God's plan with your mistakes or your waiting. You were preserved with surgical precision for reasons only heaven fully understood until right now. That long wilderness you wandered, those years that felt wasted, those seasons of silence and stagnation, they were never punishment. They were a womb, a sacred protected space where heaven kept you hidden, kept you safe, kept you growing until the exact moment you were ready to be birthed into your purpose. Every frustration that boiled over, every tearful cry of, "Why me, God?" Every time you wondered if you were cursed or forgotten, it all stemmed from a divine delay you simply could not yet see. Now the veil is lifting, and you finally understand the delay itself was proof of how chosen you truly are. Some people who rushed ahead of God's timing burned out spectacularly, crashed hard, or stepped into blessings they weren't mature enough to steward. Doors you tried to force open would have led to rooms that would have broken you. Relationships you clung to with white knuckles would have tainted your calling and diluted your anointing. Opportunities you chased too early would have distracted you from the greater thing God was preparing. Every no was mercy. Every closed door was protection. Every season of hiddenness was destiny carving out space for your true glorious arrival. That restless stirring you feel in your chest right now, that electric sense that something massive is about to shift, that knowing deep in your spirit that your time is finally here. It is not imagination. It is not wishful thinking. It is the Holy Spirit confirming that divine acceleration has already begun. What felt like years of delay is suddenly collapsing into days of breakthrough. Losses that emptied you are about to be restored double sevenfold, 100-fold. Lessons you learned in the dark will become lanterns that guide countless others to safety. The very things that tried to destroy you, near-death moments, betrayals, disappointments, are being transformed into fuel for a fire that will light up entire regions. You are still here. Still breathing, still reading these words, still carrying heartbeat after heartbeat of purpose, and that alone is a testament that shakes the spiritual realm. Demons tremble when they remember how many times heaven intervened for you. Angels rejoice every time you take one more step forward. The enemy's greatest fear has always been this moment, the moment you finally realize you are never abandoned, never overlooked, never ordinary. So, walk from this day forward as one who was strategically held back for heaven's perfect purpose. Walk with your head high, your heart wide open, your hands ready to receive and release. Your story is not ending. It is only just beginning, and the best chapters are unfolding right now. The world has been waiting, sometimes without knowing it, for the fullness of who you are to step onto the stage. You were delayed so you could arrive whole, refined, powerful, and unstoppable. You were hidden so you could be revealed at the perfect time. You were broken in places so you could be made whole in ways that display God's glory to a generation desperate for proof that He still saves, still protects, still uses the most unlikely vessels for the greatest victories. You are living proof that God never wastes a near-death experience, never wastes a tear, never wastes a moment of protection. Rise up today, chosen one. Dust off every old label, silence every lingering doubt. Step fully into the reason you survived. The world awaits your fullness, your voice, your light, your love, your purpose. You were delayed, but never denied. Hidden, but never forgotten. Broken, but now rising whole, stronger, wiser, and more dangerous to darkness than ever before. This is your moment. The assignment written over your life before you took your first breath is calling you forward. Answer it. Live it. The King is watching. Heaven is cheering, and eternity will never be the same because you are finally fully here.